Hi, welcome to my channel. My name's Jay. Today I'd like to talk about the Matrix and how I believe that it's real and it's a human construct. We're all living in the Matrix. It's called society. It's called societal expectations, um, government, news, entertainment, just the world in general. Uh, Everything is constructed. It's we're living in an illusion of what we all expect reality to be. And that's a little bit confusing for most people because you grow up, you go to school, and you believe that your education, your family, your religious values are all kind of who you're supposed to be. But in my perspective, it's we're being told who to be. And one day you wake up, whenever that point in your life happens, and you realize that that life, those dreams, those aspirations were never yours to begin with. You were born into a box. And it's essentially the cave allegory in psychology, where if you grow up in a cave and you see shadows on a wall generated by a light from behind you, but you're chained up to the cave floor and you can't see behind you, you can't turn your head, you can only look forward. All you see is the shadows. So you believe that that's what reality is the cave, the chains, and the shadows on the wall. Now, imagine one of you manages to escape that cave, and you go outside into the real world, where there's trees and there's the sky and the sun, but you've never seen it before in your entire life. All you know is the cave and the shadows. And somebody comes back to tell you, hey, there's a bunch of stuff out here that you haven't seen before. And if you've never seen it, you can't believe it. You don't know that it exists. And that's society. Society are the people in the cave that can't see the bigger picture. And that is the Matrix, in essence. We grow up in a world where all we know are shadows on the wall and a cave. Because we follow news, we follow social media. Our educations are dictated to us. History is written by the victors. And maybe it's not 100% accurate, as we would like to believe. Just like most information, humans are fallible. We're all imperfect. We all make mistakes. We all get greedy at times in our lives. Emotions take over. But that's part of the programming. And I feel like I'm waking up from a dream for the first time in my life. I see things way clearer than I ever have in the past. And I've always been able to see through people's masks. I've always been able to see through the illusion. But when you're younger, you don't realize that it's an illusion. You just think it's reality because everybody around you is telling you that this is reality. The way you grow up, the way that you are taught, is how you perceive the world. And not everybody gets a good start in this world. Some of us have it much harder than others. And I'm not claiming that my life was harder than most, because I know that there are people out in the world who have had much harder lives than me. Yet, my life was very difficult and very challenging, and a lot of pain and suffering like most people in the world. But from the outside looking in, you wouldn't be able to see that, because I've hid that from my friends, my family, and myself. as most of us do. We mask to fit in to a society that is the Matrix. We are literally trying to force ourselves into a box and a system to be accepted. I've always been more of a creative person. I've had a different outlook on life, and I had big dreams when I was a kid. But I was scared to chase those dreams because of the fear of societal norms and what people might think about my decisions in life and whether or not they would be acceptable. And I've come to realize that the decisions we make are our own. And anybody that's around you that tells you, oh, you shouldn't try that, you need to stay in reality, you need a real job, that's a false sense of information that's being given to you that's not real. We don't have to follow every societal norm. The unique creative minds in this world are the ones that have stepped out of that illusion to create everything that we know around us. Yet, we suppress creativity through propaganda, indoctrination, and a false sense of information that we all choose to believe because we were told to believe it. Now, science can explain our reality to a point. And I believe in the scientific method. I believe in logic. But I also have a very spiritual side. And I believe there's a combination between the two. There's a balance. There's a balance that needs to be achieved in this world. And we first have to find the balance within. I think that's why there's so many struggles, is we just keep following a script. We keep following programming without ever really trying to find out who we are as an individual. And we want to just maintain societal norms to fit in. So we all pretend to be something that we're not. I remember a time when creativity was a little bit more free in the 90s. And it seemed like we were moving in a positive direction at that point. And in the last 20 years, it seems like everything that we achieved, all the goals that we were trying to achieve have just completely reversed in this world. The wars that are happening all over, countries fighting countries, people fighting people, tensions rising, and just a lot of hate and fear. And that's the Matrix. We need to break free from the Matrix as individuals, learn who we are, and find a better path in this world for everybody. There is a better method. There is a better path in this world. And I believe it will be achieved one day. But we all have to do it together, and it all starts with you as an individual making better decisions. Maybe unplug, get out in the world, experience it a bit. There's a lot to learn out there. And anybody who thinks that they know how everything works, you're just wrong. The understanding of this universe and this world is so limited. Our knowledge of this world and universe is so limited. Yet we fool ourselves into thinking we figured it all out. We understand it all. I don't believe that we have. I don't even think that we're close. And if we're looking at a scale of knowledge of the universe and the earth in percentages from 1 to 100, I think we're still only scratching the surface. I think we're still at 1% of our understanding of our entire existence. I think we're getting closer to understanding. And I don't know what the future brings, but my hope is that more people can unplug, wake up, discover who you are as a person, and break free from this matrix that's been created by humans, by governments, by oligarchs, and hidden leaders that we don't know their names. The trillionaires and the billionaires that we don't know who they are because they choose to remain hidden, which is smart. Because they get to control everything. They control the narrative. They control the news. They control governments. It's all an illusion. And reality is what we choose to make it as individuals, and not asking permission to exist and choose the life that I want to live, just like any of you. We get to decide. It should not be decided for us. So, I believe that the Matrix is real, and we're all living in it. And it's the entertainment. It's the governments. It's the education. Telling us how to live, how to act, how to speak. I want more freedom in this world for everyone. Governments should not be in charge of every decision and every aspect of our day-to-day lives. And if we give up that control, then we all lose. And they maintain control. And they decide for us what to eat, how to live, what to drive, where to work. I don't want somebody else dictating or deciding my life for me. I don't know about you. I would love to have freedom to fully engage and decide in my life. And I think that we do to a point. But there's a lot of roadblocks and there's a lot of hurdles to climb, and there are mountains in the way. And we can achieve so much in this world if we just push through those barriers and not accept rules and regulations that don't make sense. Because there's a lot of things in this world that just don't make sense. And I'm on a path of self-discovery and healing. And I hope that more of you join me in this waking up phase of society. It's time to regain control of our lives and just do better. We can all do better. Break free from the matrix and carve your own path. Start small. Follow your passion and change your life with your passion. Find a way to make it work. Because there is a way. It's just going to take hard work and consistency. Some of the keys to breaking free, I guess. So that's just my perspective on the Matrix and how I see the world. And I hope more of you can see what I see. Because what I can see is a potential for greatness and a new renaissance in the future. And that future is now, and it's coming. And we can all just dream a bit bigger. Lend a helping hand where you can. And decide for yourself who you want to be. Not what society wants you to be or what your friends and family want you to be. You get to decide who you want to be and what you want to do with your life. Don't let the Matrix decide for you. So I'll leave it there. I love talking about these things, and if you've made it this far in the video, thank you for listening. I appreciate you, and we'll catch you in the next one.